Thank you, baby. You are live. Oh, we're live.
We're live?
We're live.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody.
You
We
guys-
struggled today.
Man, we kept getting up, but it wouldn't let us go live.
That's why we look. What color are we today?
We're purple.
Pink. We kind of pink.
We're purple and pink and blue and green. But whatever. We are here. We made it. We're live. Hi, guys.
I think
there
that's
we go.
better.
That's
that
better.
light is better.
How's everyone, all our people? We're so sorry. It took us a minute to get on. Everybody's logging and see.
Yeah.
Okay, are you on? Yes, we're on.
Hey, Tom.
We were stressing, Tom. It wouldn't let us go live. We kept spinning and spinning
We were
and spinning. And that's why we had to get drinks because we were all stressed out. Now we're alcoholics.
We're so drunk.
Pink and purple. Yes, and we have, what's the champagne with some guava or something in it?
Guava smava.
And it don't even matter because I'm going to drink this down. Y'all don't even know
Cheers.
the kind of stress we were under.
Oh, we were under.
We guess what, guys? We are in. Somebody called us, hey, Stephen McCain. He called us colored ladies. We are colored ladies.
I guess we are.
We are. We're colorful.
Because we kind of pink.
We're pink and purple and stressed out. You blessed. Oh, he says blessed with a T. That's right. You are blessed. Well, welcome everyone, Charlize.
Hey, Charlize.
And Tom and Stephen and people logging in quickly.
Thanks for coming
Thank
back.
you for coming back.
Do we have anything good to tell anybody today?
We're in Palm Springs.
Yeah, we had some filming to do, and we decided to just come up here and do the show while we were doing our filming.
Yes. So we're very excited to be up in the Springs of the Palm.
In the Springs of the Palm. Anyway, let's see what's going on. Okay, first we send out condolences
to all of our community of
anybody that's going through it right now. We send our best. We send massive amounts of love to everybody. And I just personally want to say, please just raise your level of consciousness and think about us all being one in this. There is no separation to the human species. We're one. It does not matter about your skin complexion. It does not matter about the texture of your hair or for what continent you came from. We are one species. If we just think about ourselves as a species and understand that that intelligence that created all of this, created all of us and did not make mistakes. So I have love for all humans and all life. Period. Over and out.
And you know, the thing is that we know our audience understands that.
Yes.
Because you tune into the show. You wouldn't be here if that was not your consciousness. So we have to spread that beyond us, you know. And that's the most challenging part because so many of us are conditioned to believe what we were taught, you know, and don't want to move beyond that. And even when you have an opportunity to move beyond it, it becomes so hard. What we've learned is so embedded in our system and our core that it's, you know, I was talking to a friend of mine and we were talking about, she was saying, my God, I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me every week. And I say, your diet. Yeah, I mean, when I don't even
we're malfunctioning.
Yeah, and you know, but the thing is the challenge for her, even when I say that, she knows it, but the challenge is to do better. So it's not just about diet, it's also about consciousness. It's about how we think and how we treat each other. It's like it becomes alert behavior that is very, very hard to move beyond.
It really, and it's unfortunate because it's like if we don't love us, we will not love anybody else.
No species, no
other
nothing.
Species will have. I mean, think about humans. Think about what it is we do. Think about the power we have on this planet and what it is we do to each other and all other life. And just make sure that you are not that person doing those things. And so I take responsibility for Chef Babette. I take responsibility for me. And mine is about loving. I'm sorry. I just ain't about hating. I'm not about trying to make anybody feel badly. I just want to love and have a good quality of life. And I think we can all do that. Tom said, raise your vibration, not your voice.
That's right. You know, and get some alcohol when you need it. She knows I don't drink that much. So
no, she don't drink.
This Okay, there we go.
So you guys, we're in a new spot. We had some filming to do, and we're in a new spot. So
if we lose you, but let's bring our guests in.
Yeah,
so don't go away.
Look, we are frozen.
Yeah, don't go away. Don't go away. We're coming back. So if we disappear, just sit tight. We're gonna get right back to you. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait till y'all catch up to us.
So we're gonna bring our guests on.
Yeah, but let's just make sure everybody's caught up so they know we're still here. But everybody's here. The numbers are climbing.
Okay.
Come on, keep climbing. That's better. There we go. We're back. Okay. So she was we actually was a guest on her show. We had so much fun.
We did have a ball.
What's so fun about her? Yeah, government conspiracy. You said you found them. That's right, Tom. You can't get rid of us. We were guests on her show. We had so much fun. She's like us. If you go to her Instagram page, she's be dancing and having a good time. But she supports vegan women, not just women, vegans over a certain age. Because you know what? What do I know? Because my earphone just fell out.
You know a lot, Terrah.
I know a lot, but it's important because things start to fall apart at this age. That's because you be walking down the street and then you leave a body part, you got to go back and get it.
Oh, shit.
So it's important. You know what I'm talking about?
What body part?
Well, things just drop.
What stuff dropping?
Like a boob, it might fall. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking.
Terrah.
I was just saying,
Terrah.
not really fall apart, but things start to shift and move and crack and
well, it does.
Yeah,
it's called life.
It's called life. So, but the better you can take care of it, the better it is for you. So let's bring her in. Her name is Tamiko Garner, and she's the plant-based vegan sister. And she is gonna have some fun with us as soon as we could get her in.
Tamiko!
Look, I'm over here holding my drink so I can toast with y'all. I'm like, I only got a taste left.
Okay.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. It's a beautiful. Y'all have drinks, I guess. We need everybody to have a drink. I'm 28 and I'm shifting and cracking already. Addie.
Addie.
No, we got to fix that.
No, don't be claiming that, Addie.
Don't claim that. You ain't cracking.
No, you ain't.
No. We ain't cracking.
73-year-old vegan loves you, and we love you too, baby.
That's right, Patricia.
In the house.
All right, Patricia.
Yeah.
We see you.
Black down crack. Ooh, was I supposed to say that?
Well,
black don't crack.
But it's okay.
Is it okay to say that?
Why not?
Hey, Tom.
I'm saying. I know that everybody knows Tom. We love Tom.
I see Tom is hey, Tom.
So Tamika, just kind of tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you told some people last week, but why don't you fill everyone in again while I have some more alcohol?
We're so happy to have you, baby.
I know. She's so much fun. I wish you were here because we'd be hanging out.
We would.
I know. Because you guys were jamming over there, whoever was singing. I was like, okay. I was like, get it going. Let's get it going.
So before Tamiko speaks, if anybody is not hip to Mark Broussard, BROUSSARD.
MARK.
MARC. MARC. Mark Broussard. Check him out. OMG. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway,
Tamiko.
I've been in love with Mark Broussard for years. But he ain't on the show. His music is just phenomenal.
Tamiko, if you ain't hip to Mark Broussard, check him out.
He's just
country boy. Because my memory sometimes, go shorts out. Right. I went and got my notebook and my pen so I could write it down. Because when you guys said it earlier, I was like, I hope they say it again.
He got a song named Home that
honey, he got a song named Home, honey. Let me tell you, Mark is the lick. Thank you, Terrah, for turning me on the Mark. Anyway,
so Tamika, tell us about you.
It's all on you.
All right. Hey, Stephanie. I see a couple of my peeps out in the audience. Hey, Stephanie. Hey, Bliss. Hi. Anyway, my name is Tamiko Garner, and I am I am your plant-based vegan sister, and I just really like to keep it real and relatable, right? So that to inspire people to adopt a plant-based vegan weeding. Vegan weeding. Okay, let me just take another sip. Because maybe it's going to get me right.
We're going to toast to everything. Vegan weeding, take a toast.
Vegan weeding. That might get me right. Okay. So I, in all truth, because I am going to keep it real, we've already been to, there's this winery in downtown Oakland or in Jacqueline Square called Rosenblum. And so we're drinking a peach champagne. It is really, really good. It's like really, really good. So we've already had a bottle of that.
A whole bottle?
A whole bottle, boo-boo?
Well, not by myself.
Who you got? I hear somebody in the background. Who you got? Let me see.
No, she downstairs.
Oh,
okay.
Friend of mine. It was three of us,
Okay.
but
okay.
so I didn't do it by myself. Okay.
All right.
Not that I couldn't, but I didn't. So,
But you did.
but I did.
Sunday wine day, Sunday drink day. So go ahead, tell us, continue on. And guys, just real quickly, if for some reason we cut out, we'll cut right back in. We're having some Palm Spring challenges, but we'll cut right back in. So don't go nowhere. Ooh. Go ahead, Tamiko.
Hang on in there with us. Didn't you three used to dance on Soul Train?
No. I did not dance. I was a recording artist.
She was a recording artist.
And we performed on Soul Train.
And she performed on Soul Train.
But I never danced on Soul Train. But Don Cornelius flirted with me. That's the most energy he's ever given.
Right there.
Yeah, but anyway, go ahead. It's in the video. It's on my social media pages. But go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna go. Okay. Don. All right, Don. Okay. Well, so anyway, and I just want to inspire people to adopt a plant-based vegan way of eating, one little old plate at a time. Just take your time, do it on your journey. Share where you are. Start with where you are. And so I myself have been vegan for this year will be 5 years. So September 2016 is my vegan nursery.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I was vegan for like 30 years. I was vegetarian for 30 years before going vegan. So I haven't had chicken, beef, turkey for, I guess, 35 years now.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
And I remember.
And so the transition, what happened to go vegetarian and what happened to go vegan?
What made you transition?
So I was a little thicker. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm on the verge. I could be on the verge of getting, diabetes and high blood pressure and stuff because it, tends to run in my family. So I decided, let me be proactive. And when I was, here we have BART, Bay Area Rapid Transit, like a train. And I would go up the stairs and I was sounding like Biggie Smalls, no money, no problems. More money, more problems, going up the stairs. I was like, you know what, girl, you can't go up the stairs like this. This is.
No problem.
What was you doing? What was you doing, boo?
I was trying to walk up the stairs sounding like Biggie, one more step, I gotta go. Just trying to get to work, right? Well, I said, this is not working. And stuff I was the biggest I had ever been in my life. I was bigger than what I was at 9 months pregnant. I was like, okay. And but if you saw me, I didn't look like I was, but I knew that I was because the scale said so. The scale said so. And so at that point, I was like, we got to do something. So I did that little lemonade cleanse.
Oh, that's a good one, though. That's a good one. Yeah.
And so I did it more like I did the cleanse during the day. And then at night, I would just have vegetables. Biggie.
She's so silly.
I was trying not to say anything, but you picked it up. So.
No, she did not.
So bad. So anyway, y'all two will be okay. So you did the lemonade cleanse and at night I know I'm moving from Tom. Tom's crazy.
Tom is so
because Tom is crazy. That was pretty good, Tom.
Biggie. Can't you see?
Your feet. That's why. No, I couldn't, Tom. That was a problem. I couldn't see the feet. So, and Brent said, you are wrong for that. I did that. And so for a few days, so I was like, okay, I'm just do lemonade cleanse during the day. And then at night, have vegetables in the evening. And then I came across this book called A Plant-Based Life. And I started reading that. I was like, well, let me try that. And it talked about, white processed foods and white processed flours and, and the sugar and how we're addicted to it and the whole thing. I said, well, you know what? I'll give it a try. Let's go this way. So that's how I started. And that was in September 2016. I have not looked back. And I'm going to tell you, my face cleared up because I have always been acne prone skin.
Me too.
And man, I did that. I saw my face, the brown spots, because I had a point where my skin was really bad. I know part of it was stress, But the other part of it, I was still eating dairy, eggs and cheese because I love me some cheese.
Everybody loves cheese.
Everybody loves
Man.
Cheese is a freaking crack addict.
That was
person.
the hard
It
one.
is.
Cheese is
And
a drug dealer.
It really is. I mean, it really is addictive. Like for real.
Cheese
So right? Right. All the dairy things. So and I would make a meal out of some goat cheese, calamella olives, and those little savory crackers from Love Me to Crack, and the little savory crackers from Trader Joe's, them little bitty. That I would sit down in front of the TV just like olive cheese cracker.
That's me.
That's her.
Well, I don't do the cheese now, but I'll eat the heck out of some olives.
A whole jar of olives.
And you know what I do with olives? I stick my fingers in the jar, and then nobody will want it after me.
Oh, she's just awful.
So I used to take the olives out like this. And then people go, well, I was going to get one. I said, well, you can't have one now.
Don't pay no attention to her gone, Tamiko.
I said his blood type used to be cheddar.
Oh, man.
Stupid.
I don't know if it was cheddar. I don't know if my blood type was cheddar or smoked Gouda or goat cheese with the blueberries. Because Trader Joe's.
It was all of them.
And some wine. Yeah, mine was brie. I love me some brie cheese.
I eat a whole jar of olives.
Me too. Me too. I eat a whole jar of olives straight. I love it. But olives are good for you, so that's not so bad.
Yeah. When you eat them, when we eat them in their whole, right? I mean, they're good when they're in their whole state versus when they get processed and all that other stuff. Yeah. So
I just have to make this announcement.
Yes.
People at 70 years old shouldn't have hiccups. I got hiccups. I hate
Why
them.
you shouldn't have hiccups at 70?
They hurt.
Oh.
I don't like them. Go ahead, Tamiko.
Okay, so you never looked back. So what was so now what do you do? I know what you do a lot. You encourage people of a certain age or hitting that age range to make adjustments in their life. How did you become the plant-based vegan sister? Not sister,
sister with a TAH. Hey, Portia. Portia said she eats a whole jar of olives too. Them things, they're good. At least we're getting fiber. At least we're getting some fiber with the olives.
Because you know what? At nighttime when I'm hungry, my friend laughs at me all the time because he's a carnivore. He eats everything. And I said, I'm so hungry. I'm going to go downstairs. I take one olive. He said, that's all you eat is one olive? I said, that's all I need. I needed to chew something. For some reason, the olive goes down and then my hunger's gone. Anyway,
I need to advance to just having one. I'm sorry, I can't. So how Plant-Based Vegan Sister got started? This is how it started. It started in December 1st, 2017. So the whole thing started as a blog. That was what I was. So a friend of mine who lives in Chicago, I was sharing things that I was learning along the way. And she said, you should write a blog. I was like, girl, I don't write no blog. Nobody wants to know about this stuff. They already know this stuff. She's like, well, you telling me and I don't know. And I was like, well, okay, I guess I said you got a point, And so I went, okay. And that's how it started. So Plant-Based Vegan Sistah started as a blog. Not a lot of things on there right now, but it has turned into vegan curious events. I've done vegan curious food tours in Oakland. I've done a food and wine experience. I do these taste events where I create the same dish, a vegan version and a non-vegan version, and people had to figure out what it was. And the very first one I did in 2018 around Thanksgiving. So I had a sweet potato pie. And I made a vegan version and a non-vegan version of sweet potato pie. And people had to figure out which one was which.
And they couldn't?
And they got it wrong. Because they thought the one that was all flavorful and all this must be the real one. Nope. It wasn't a vegan one. And I remember one guy came up to me and he said at the end of the event, he said, so how much you selling the pies for? I said, what are you talking about? I'm not selling the pie. He said, yeah, you still got a pie over there. I see it in the corner. How much you selling that for? I was like, really?
Did you sell it to him?
$50?
I didn't because at the time I was saving it for my boyfriend. So
them dang on boyfriends, they mess up all the money making it.
That's your boyfriend. He wasn't supposed to stop the flow of money.
Stop the flow of money, that dang on boyfriend.
I'm
just kidding. So you start events? How often? I mean, we know with COVID, are you planning? Because we want to come up to one. Because you're up in Oakland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to come up to one.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I can't wait till we can start going back to live ones again because I miss doing those events. They were fun. And yeah, I was doing them like once a quarter. I think I was doing I was gonna try to do every other month, but I also still work a full-time job. So I was like, okay, that's a lot of work. So but I was doing like once a quarter. And so now I'm getting ready to start a virtual summit. So remember, I had the virtual summit. It was going to be this weekend coming up.
Right.
So I pushed the date out to April 17th and April 18th. Just
so what will people expect in the virtual summit?
Oh man, we're gonna have a good time. First of all, we're getting a DJ, so there is gonna definitely be some dancing because I like to dance. So I think everybody should dance. Okay, so we're gonna have a little bit of that. We have some prizes, people to play a couple games, people give away. But in terms of content, I'm gonna do a live cooking session. That'll be done by yours truly. I've got someone we're gonna talk about budget planning. Goal planning, someone who specializes in diabetes, and she cooks all like vegan diabetic food. That's her specialty. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Vegan Lady Soul is going to be there.
I know her. I love her.
Nicole.
Yeah. She's a sweetie pie.
She is. She really is. So she's going to be there. And then we're going to talk about mental health. I have a friend of mine that's here watching. She's going to bring us in with meditation and drumming, to kind of set the tone, set the intention for the day. So I'm really looking forward to it.
If you need anybody to do redesigning your blueprint, that's what I do.
Okay. We can bring you in. I can bring on more speakers. We can do that.
I don't know what that means.
Well, because most, what redesigning your blueprint is that most people are stuck. A lot of us, we get to a place and we're stuck and we don't realize that we've been living the blueprint that was dictated, designed for us by either our parents, our situation, and how do you redesign that? I've done that over and over, and I help other people redesign their blueprints of their life.
She didn't help me with redesign mine. Mine is a mess.
Her blueprint is beautiful.
I know.
Her blueprint is beautiful. But anyway, so we will talk about that later. But anyway, so what are some of the things you do? Like you offer. Now, are your client base more women, male, female, or
more women? Both? So, that was what we were talking about before when I started talking about the blog. So I decided that I wanted how the blog came about. Like I told you how it started. My idea was I wanted to talk to the woman over 50 because I started this. I was already 50 when I had started. I think I was like 51 or 52 somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I forget how old I am sometimes.
And that's because we don't tell nobody, and then we just forget ourselves, which is a good thing because you know what? Our age ain't none of our business.
Oh,
none of our business. You got that right. It is not.
My age ain't none of my business. So it's keep pushing and moving.
I like that. I'm stop telling people.
And when you live that way, you realize there's no limit to what you can start over and do.
True.
When you start living in with this age, this number thing, then we decide that it limits you in your own mind.
Uh-oh.
We already started.
They'll be back, y'all. Hey, well, thank you, Tom. I hope y'all can hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can't see you. Oh, there we are. Yeah, we came back good.
But Tamiko, I know you're answering a question, but I really want to know this.
What?
How hard was it for you during the transition?
The first one or the second one?
The first one.
The first one? Oh, going vegetarian?
Yes.
So, when I started as vegetarian, that was 1986. So food options were not plentiful like they are today.
Yes.
Right. So
I was 79, so I know it.
Right. So there was like hardly anything. You just had to. So it was because I went cold turkey, and I'm from Chicago, and when I went home for a funeral. And they said, "What you done went to California and not eat no meat? What girl? What you talking about? What you mean you don't eat any meat?" Yeah. So it was. I was surprised that it didn't hit me as much. I'm gonna tell you. When it was really challenging. There was this time I was working at this company, and we were having a roof-topping party because they had just finished building off these apartment buildings. I was working in construction, and I had to serve hot links
Oh, wow. Yeah, that would be a struggle. I used to love hot links.
And they, you know how sometimes you get the link and it's slightly charred to kind of get that extra. And I was like this close to almost taking a bite, but I was like, Tamiko, you have done this for over 10 years. You might just
First of all,
fall
you
out.
get sick.
It was 10 years.
You would get
still
sick.
Thinking about.
Yeah, I think it was like.
You know what I did? I think I ate a burger from a neighborhood burger shop, and I did get sick.
Did you?
Yeah, I did get sick. And so that was it for me.
Yeah, I didn't. I ate something by mistake, but I had some soup and they put some type of in it, and I knew it was weird because my body had been off of meat so long that the moment I swallowed it, it felt like something. I knew something was happening, but it didn't feel like I was getting sick. It felt like my body was churning, and I kept going, something's weird, but I kept eating it because I wasn't getting sick, and then all of a sudden, for 3 days, I threw up.
No.
3 days. My body's like, no, 3 days. It just said, get out. So,
and to be quite frankly, I think that's what keeps me from not that I now I don't really have a desire for it at all. But in the beginning, that's what kind of kept me going, especially the first couple of years was like, well, I've gone this many years, I don't want to get sick. And so that kind of kept me going. Then I was like vegetarian. I still ate cheese and stuff like that. And every now and then I did seafood because when I would go out to eat, because at least it was something on the menu to choose from.
That's what happened to me, Tamiko. That's exactly what happened because I was touring. I was on the road. And when you left New York, and maybe I didn't come out to LA, but we were in some rural places. And we'd get off the show and it'd be like 10, 11 o'clock at night. We go eat at Howard Johnson's. The only thing that was left was wilted salad with some ranch dressing. And I would sit there and I'm like, oh my God, if I have to eat some more bad lettuce with ranch or whatever kind of dressing that you could find that didn't have it. And that's what was my thing. It's like, I just got hungry. I was like, I'm so hungry. I want to eat something.
Right. Let me get something.
And then you're sitting there with people who are eating and you're eating this wilted lettuce and dressing with some tomatoes and cucumber.
Right. And maybe a French fry.
Look at Addie. Addie is having a rough time. Addie has sent several messages.
Okay, Addie, what is going on? I'm having a week from hell. What is going on? What can we help you?
A week from hell.
Do you know Addie, or is Addie just a new friend? What's going on, Addie? You're a mess? What? Wait a minute, Addie.
I know, Addie. What's happening?
I'm a mess.
First of all, Addie, this is the philosophy that I adopt, which is I woke up this morning, everything else is profit. So no matter what is going on, you got the chance to do it over again. So everything else is profit.
Probably what's going on is she said cheese and crackers and salami, and then she said, and then some wine, and then she said, I'm a mess. With Addie.
Addie, what's going on, Addie?
All that stuff together.
She said, I'm new. Oh, no, I think that was from before. Okay, nothing is, hold on. She says,
she went to the hospital and they can't find anything.
Nothing is fitting right. I went to the hospital and they couldn't find anything. I can't keep any food down.
Whoa.
Oh.
Well, that is not something we would give advice on because we don't have answers for that. If they can't figure it out, we definitely cannot.
She said, I eat bad and my body is paying for it. Addie.
Well, you know what? Sometimes, and we can all attest to this, sometimes when you're transitioning, you almost have to make that transition. And sometimes you got to go through to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm not saying that's your case, but sometimes it'll feel like it's the worst thing in the world as you're moving through it to get to the other side.
Well, it's just the whole detox thing, and it can be unpleasant sometimes. And sometimes people are frightened by the effects of detox, and they go back to their old ways because they feel a little sick or they feel a little weird, and then they blame it on the detox when really it's just a matter of cleansing.
Yeah. So, I mean,
Tom, you're right. She may need to take baby steps. I mean, I don't, depending on how Addie is transitioning. Yeah.
Well, I would not suggest anyone who's not a doctor to help Addie because we don't want anyone to, cause her any more harm or ill information because, what may work for you may not work for Addie right now because we don't know her situation. So you can make suggestions on some of the things if she wants to share any more about it. Just some of the things that if you were in a similar situation that she could read upon or maybe present to someone, but I would not, Addie, take any advice because you don't know what's going on with your insides, because it could be something totally unrelated that, I don't know. So that would be my, and somebody says she needs a better doctor, check food interferences. So
and somebody
my friend told me
switching to a plant-based diet if they're going through menopause and weight loss.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who says, will switching? Okay, hold on. So this is a good one for you, Miss Tamiko. Will switching to a plant-based diet help with menopause and weight loss?
It can. It can help with weight loss. I'm not going to say that you're going to automatically lose weight. Because you're changing the way that you're eating, you may be changing the amount of your caloric intake, which is probably going to help you lose some of that, depending on how you eat. Now, if you don't, as long as you're not going the junk food vegan route, right? So if you exchange and if you're eating a whole bag of Oreos, which are considered vegan, then you're not going to. But if you are eating whole foods that are healthy in their natural state, yes, you will, because they will have fewer calories. Okay. With regards to menopause, there are some things that can help with that. It just depends on how your system goes. And kind of like what Terrah says, you have to try things that work for you. Because I could say soy works for me, but some people are allergic to soy and it may not work for them. So you have to kind of play with those things that work for you. I will say though, even with your sugar, with menopause, one of the things that does help, I noticed for myself, is reducing my sugar intake.
Yes, well, that is definite for menopause.
You definitely have to reduce the sugar intake.
Yeah. Well, sugar and menopause, as soon as you drink or eat anything with sugar, you spike.
First of all, that's exactly what I remember. I remember hot flashes anytime
even a glass of wine.
No, wine did it, alcohol did it, refined sugar did it, and any sweetener. I don't care if it was refined sugar, agave nectar, maple syrup. Any sweeteners made me have a hot flash.
Yeah.
Alcohol. And you know what else, Terrah? Hot food, heated food.
Yes,
cooked food.
Yeah. So
really.
But that didn't bother me as much. Hot food, spicy food sometimes did that, but not necessarily hot food. I only went through menopause for a week.
I went through menopause, but it was short too.
Yeah, because I went and I got some, and I'm not encouraging anyone to do what I did. My body's different, but I went and got some Dr. Schultz, CHULZ. He's got a female formula, and it balances you out organically. And you're supposed to put it in water, dilute it, and then I just dropped that dropper under my tongue. I was like, we ain't diluting nothing because we're not going through this. And about a week's time, I never had anything else unless I did overload on sugar or something like that, but I didn't have another hot flash. Took me 1 week, I was done.
Oh, yeah.
That was just me. That was me. So
that was
that worked for me.
That shit didn't work for me. It was longer than a week, trust. And I can remember every takeoff and landing, hot flash, every take. I was a flight attendant at that time, every takeoff landing. Alcohol, hot food, refined sugar, all that stuff would trigger. And so what I figured, Tamiko, was that the human body has a way of trying to cleanse you no matter what. And there are certain things you shouldn't be eating refined sugar. So it always gave me a flash. It was like trying to burn it off. That's the way I figured it.
No, it is. Yeah. I believe
it is. That. Yeah. As I'm sitting here with the windows a little bit open, so y'all probably have seen me put the jacket on.
I just saw that. I was like, okay, is she having a style thing? She's trying to change her wardrobe.
I know, huh?
Tom said Babette once needed to open a window on the plane mid-flight.
You know what? Forget you, Tom. But I did every takeoff, and I knew when we were descending. You know why? Because I would start feeling the hot flash come.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So what are some of the things that the women come to you like? What are some of the benefits when what do you share?
Plant-based?
Yeah.
Well, some of the benefits that I experienced, I experienced when I'm eating very well, when I'm, on the right path and eating, straight and narrow. I've had energy increase. My energy level is light. I don't feel so bloated and heavy. Like I said, my skin improved. I would like to say, my
drive is driven.
The drive is driven. The drive is there.
The drive has driven.
The drive is driven. But you know how sometimes the vehicle is a little off, you know, and you got to try to readjust some of the things on the vehicle, even though the car wants to go.
Right.
So true. It's so true.
But that's the thing, you know, that a lot of women, we're not told that the, you know, the vehicle adjusts. And
yes,
you don't really know until you get ready to take the car out and you go, well, what's wrong with the car?
Right.
You know?
Who made that adjustment?
Well, they got to they didn't even tell me, because a lot of women don't want to talk about that adjustment happens.
Yes.
You know, and so you don't know until you're in the middle of driving and your car don't work no more. And now you're pissed off because you can't go nowhere.
You really pissed off.
You really pissed off.
Like, this ain't cool.
This is not cool. I did not buy this model.
No.
I didn't buy this model of a car. No.
Y'all didn't tell me this. I'm like, I'm mad at my family.
I need to hire an Uber driver.
Okay, Tom. Now, Tom.
So really and truly, Tamiko, are you really happy that you transitioned, you made the change in your life?
Oh my gosh. I will not go back. I don't see any reason for me to. I mean, I think my mind has opened up to so many different things. I have tried vegetables and fruits that I didn't even know existed. I get excited about trying it. My taste buds, you know, I don't like tomatoes. And so I now you're not going to see me like just sit there and cut up the tomato and start eating it, but I will at least eat the little stewed tomato that's in the gumbo. You know, I'll eat a few of them. I'm not going to eat them all. You know, well, because I just made a client some vegan gumbo and I had to say it again. Uh-oh. We froze. No excuse not to go vegan. Anyone needs to do this. Yes, Tom. I mean, it's, you know, at least give it a try. You know, you got to give it a try. I think they froze a little bit. I don't know if I guess I'm still going. They froze a little bit. We'll keep on going here. I'll kind of go through the comments. Yes, Keisha. She is. I know they did froze. They froze again. They'll be back. I agree too, Keisha, with Babette. So she's exactly right. Russell, you eat mostly veggies and sugars, no refined oils, or stay away from fats and protein. Okay.
We'll keep talking. Can you keep talking?
They said they froze.
Okay. I keep on going. I was reading the comments.
I know. Hey, they froze. I'm 10-year vegan. So okay, so let's go back to your summit, because now how do people find it? I'm going to put it in the chat.
Okay. So they can go to my Facebook page, Based Vegan Sistah, and there should be a little sign me up link, and they can click on that, and that'll take them to sign up so that they're on the list, so they get all the announcements about everything that's going on with the.
So let's say that again. So you go to your Facebook page at Plant-Based Vegan Sistah and sign up.
Yep. You'll see, hit the button, sign up.
Summit. And the summit dates are
April 17th and April 18th.
For 17th. And is it an all day?
No. So the 17th is a Saturday. It's from 10 to 12. That's kind of like the get to meet everybody. And then Sunday is from 8 to 1. And that's when all the speakers are going to happen. So.
Wow, this is great.
Yeah. So it'll be my first one.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
I'm excited
about it. How does the DJ fit in?
So I'm, working all that out. So it'll be, we'll have like breaks, a little session, and I'm gonna have a little dance then. And then probably gonna have them more on that Friday to kind of kick off, just to kind of set the tone for what's gonna happen on the day. And then on the last day, we're gonna end out with a DJ so we can kind of end up
pumped
up.
Just put your music on, get the speakers, pump it through your computer or your phone, and just dance.
Let's go for it. Because I don't want it to be like a typical summit. You kind of sit and you listen.
With my ADD, honey, I'll be asleep on y'all in 2 seconds.
Lord.
Right? So we're trying to make this like interactive. Facebook. Yeah, we're making this interactive. So it's actually going to be, we're going to sit down and there's a planning session. You'll get the little workbook so we can go through it and do the exercises. It's going to be via Zoom. Mm-hmm. So it'll be on Zoom and we're going to do that. So I'm looking forward to it. I feel bad that I had to change the date, but, I've been here with a friend of mine. So still here.
Well,
so.
I'm glad that you made the hours short because we're doing my daughter and I are doing a retreat thing and the hours are just way too long. It's making people miserable.
Well, I think, also the challenge with what we're faced with nowadays is because there's so much Zoom now. When anybody invites me to a Zoom thing, I just want to cry.
Well, because you can't have somebody sitting around for the amount of hours that we decided to do this. But we did it and we learned a grave lesson. It's just miserable. Well, absolutely. I don't care how busy you are on the retreat. It's too many hours.
Yeah, it's got it because we're also distracted too. Everything moves quickly in our society now. So and then people have been on so many Zooms that it gets to be too much.
Yes.
When you can't really move about and really interact with people physically in touch. So you want to keep it short, keep them excited, and then want to come back the next day. Otherwise, they'll be like, girl, I ain't got no more 12 hours. I don't have no more 12 hours to sit here and talk about food and stuff.
But we learned our lesson, so now we're going further.
Just keep it nice. So this is great. So anything else coming up for you this year? Like, what else are you doing for you?
What am I doing for me?
Yes, for you, sister.
Oh, I'm gonna start going to get my hair done.
You are funny. So that's for me.
So funny. I love you.
Well, because I cut my hair off, but I did the big chop in 2018. That's the last time my hair has seen a hairstylist. So, yeah.
So because of this whole COVID thing or just in general?
No, just in general. I just don't go.
Mean because you just cut it off so you didn't have to do anything?
Well, even before, I don't have any chemicals in my hair, right? So I'm like, just wash it, two-strand twist it, throw it up, or slap it back in this little ponytail, up in a ponytail, just where I'm going. But I have decided, because somebody washed my hair last Friday, and I was laying in the chair. My friend said, girl, you look like you was about to have a driven session. A driven session. And I'm loving this analogy we got going here. Let's just keep it rolling. And I was like, and he was in there, I was like, oh, that feels good. Oh, my eyes. I was like, okay, so when can I come back? So that's something that's big for me right now. That's big for me to
but it's also about self-care. You know what I mean? Because we talk about what we put in, but we don't talk about all those little moments and all those things and how important that is to make the rest of you feel good. It's a whole package.
It's a whole package. It's a whole package.
And it's very, very important to the whole of who we are that we make sure that we nurture and honor every bit and piece of ourselves, Yeah,
totally.
Yeah. So, one of the things so what is something that you're working on for you as a person? So we know now you're vegan. So let's talk about something that, we're all working on and we'd like to get to, because I think that's very, very important as vegans. We eat well. And now what? Where's your mind? Where's your spirit? How are you? What are you working on for you?
So for me, I am actually, now that you say it like that, I have this morning routine where I get up in the morning, I do my meditation. Anywhere between about 5 to 10 minutes. And then I write what I'm grateful for, write in my journal, do a little reading. Right now I'm reading the 12-week year because this year I am going to manage my procrastination effectively. So that's a big one that I'm working on, is managing my procrastination.
I hear you. Go ahead. Keep going. You cut out. So this week you're going to what? Say it again.
So manage my procrastination. Someone I worked with, she said, you don't ever get rid of it, but you can learn to manage it.
Yeah.
And so I said, well,
procrastination.
You don't get rid of anything. Those habits, man, they become part of who we are. But we learn to put them over there and go, I don't do you anymore. That's basically what it is.
So that's one of my big things that I'm on a mission to really manage that a lot better than what I have been over the umpteen years. And then, and a big thing that I'm so close to right now, today was day 332 that I have walked, jogged.
Oh, yes, you're walking.
Yes.
Wow.
So 365. So
Oh,
I'm going for 365, and that day will be, I think it's April 23rd. So I'm gonna do a little, I don't know, some kind of
Party.
celebration for a whole year. So I'm just got a little bit more to go, a month to go.
congrats,
Yes,
baby,
that's great.
congrats.
Yeah, Tom said he's planning on stop procrastinating maybe in a week or two.
Oh, well, sounds like a plan, Tom.
Sound like a
Sounds
plan. Babette, what is something that you're working on?
Something I'm working on?
Yeah, for you.
Uh,
Because people need to know, we're all still a work in progress. Even though you have hit a certain age, this thing doesn't stop because we've hit an age. I mean, it's not supposed to.
right.
You know what I mean? Because when it stops
We're
and we've
still
decided
living.
we're still living, and everything every day is a profit for us to figure out, and not to figure it out where it stresses you out, but to figure out, what, I've always wanted to be better at that, or I always wanted to do this. Then do it. So what is something you're doing?
Well, I'm working.
Oh, Lord.
I'm working on this by the name of Miss Magnolia. Now, Miss Magnolia is a lady that she basically is a culmination of all the women that I knew when I was a young girl, and her name is Miss Magnolia, and I'm just working on her.
Okay. Okay. Well, I like to share what I'm working on because I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure Miss Magnolia is a wonderful. One of the things I'm working on, is to stay in my lane. Stop looking outside, because my lane is very specific, and I have a tendency to look over there and feel like I'm supposed to do it that way, or the way someone else does, or the way it happened for them. But my way is very specific to who I am as my own brand and my own self, and that has become my work. It's like that desire to look over there doesn't go away, but you manage it, and it's
Right.
like, and whatever's over there is not for me. What is here? What I'm given, and within that, because within that, what you find is that every time you look over there, you play yourself small. You play who you were meant to be and what you came here to do small, because you've decided that is better because it's making more sense. But who I am doesn't fit with that. Who I am fits with me. And that is the part that I have to get out of my head, that I'm grand right here.
Well,
Right.
the only thing that I'm truly working on and always working on is keeping the ego in check.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a challenge for most of us in the human species, because it's always on one shoulder or the other, pushing us towards whatever we should not be doing. It's ego, and we can avoid arguments, we can avoid fights, we can, and I made a video this week regarding you know what, never mind, because whatever he put in this here,
it's
it making me forget what I'm talking about.
as she knocks me off the seat.
No, basically, it was about knowing yourself, because then you're not so quick to defend yourself if you know who you are. And I speak to myself because I go through that all the time. Somebody always, and for me, it feels like they're misconstruing who I am or what, and I'm constantly trying to defend myself. And once I really know who I am, that will stop.
That will stop. You don't have to
stop. Yeah.
So
have you read? I'm ask about a question. Have you read that book? What's it called? The New Earth.
I have not.
So that awakens you to what the ego is.
Thank you. I need to get that. Who is it by?
It's
The New Earth. I can look for that. Can I get
he's
it
got
online?
a whole series of books, because I think he's got the New Earth, and then he's also got oh, you know what? I can look up on my iPad. Hold on.
well, I'm looking it up too right now. So
Where's my reading? Okay, Kindle. I can't believe I can't remember his name.
I'm looking it up.
Book, The New Earth, that is there was things he talked about in that I was like, that's your ego, and like Eckhart Tolle.
Oh, Eckhart Tolle. Yeah.
Yes. A New Earth.
I am going to get that. Thank you.
Yeah,
because it's a constant for me. I don't like humans fighting among themselves, and most arguments and that kind of thing.
Yeah, Tom is right. Ego just wants to be right.
Ego driven. You know, it's stuff that we can just let go. The ego is just constantly needing to be fed. It's always there, pushing you, always there.
Thank you for spelling it right.
Keisha.
I was looking up the spelling.
Yeah.
Thank you, Keisha.
Thank you for telling me that. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah. So,
check it out.
Anyway, we're at our hour. And
oh my God, are you serious? That was quick.
I'm serious. I know it goes by so fast, girl, because we just crazy. It
was so fun. It was just
well, you're always a party, girl. You're a party. So they can find on your site, which we put up your Facebook, they can find how to register for your summit.
Yep.
Do you also have good recipes and things on there people can tune in and check out? And do you do any cooking or anything on there? Other things?
I do. I'm actually going to start doing a couple of little one-off cooking sessions. So that'll probably start in April. I'm thinking about like once a month to just do a live cooking session. Keep it simple. I was going to do a membership. That changed my mind.
For you. I was thinking about doing one every Monday, cooking with Chef Babette, because I don't do it. I mean, I've got this page. I'm in the restaurant.
That's because you're in the restaurant.
Yeah, I'm in the restaurant every single day, and people always like, "Can you share a recipe?"
Like, we should do one together. We should do one together. We can do a live one together.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, that'll be another thing we can do. Y'all can do. I ain't
fun.
cooking nothing.
Yeah.
Cooking nothing.
No.
Tom said, "Ego is a bottomless pit that's never filled."
That's true. That's true.
That's so true. That is
I just
true.
want to say, I got a heart full of love for everybody, all of life.
I got nothing but love for you.
I got nothing but love for you,
baby. Got nothing but love. Hey.
See, this is what we need to DJ. See?
That's right. But on Facebook, they be blocking us. We ain't playing that song.
That's right. That's right.
You can't even have joy. We just want joy.
Smile.
Out of happiness.
All right. We got to go. It's dinner time.
Thank you so much, Tamiko.
Right,
you guys make sure you follow
this was
us.
a blast.
We'll see you.
Bye, Tom.
Bye, all of our guests.
Bye, everybody. Thank y'all for watching.
Tina, Zuzu, Carol, Jane Unchained, Tom, Russell, Addie, Portia. Oh my God.
Hey, Portia.
I know, but I just want to make sure people know we love them. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye, Addie.
Bye, everyone. Bye, Tamiko. Thank you.
Bye. See y'all. Mwah.
She's so cute. I love her.
Cute. Wait,
so cute.
We made it through with only a few little bumps.
I know we made it
now
through.
Won't let us out.
Wait, are we still live?
I keep hitting end.
It won't end.
It won't
All
end.
right, Tom from the Shy.
Hey.
Okay.
Don't forget Mark Bouchard. BROUSSARD. Mark.
I got it down. I'm about to look him up on YouTube.
We're still online.
Yeah, we're still live.
Well, we just going to cut out of Chrome, and then that'll take care of all that, because this thing it is not shutting down. Okay, it's saying we're having trouble. Please check it. Well, we just want to disconnect. You won't let us in. You won't let us out. We're prisoners.
All right,
You're going to wait till I'm out. You don't get to leave.
I get to leave.
Yeah, but I got to do all these things. I have to do all the work here.
Oh,